To LeBron James, it doesn't matter. I say, LeBron, did you ever have any desire to be a woman? Because what I'd love you to do is star on my team that I'm building up. I will have the greatest team in history. They'll never lose.
I'm so happy that President Donald Trump chimed in on this particular issue. It's hilarious because he probably would be the best coach in the league. Anyway, the bottom line is this is such a ridiculous situation that they've backed themselves into in terms of legalities, in terms of rhetoric, in terms of having these ridiculous players with the LGBTQ running the show and predicating how things should be talked about and what should be accepted. It's ridiculous. The inmates are running the asylum, and it needs to stop. Thank you, Donald Trump.
While many have been warning about the dangers of biological men playing in women's sports, the WNBA has been touting it. Now Clay Travis is giving them a chance to put money to mouth by offering millions to have the WNBA champs play a championship boys high school basketball team. So far, the WNBA silent on this. Let's bring in Clay Travis, Fox News contributor and Outkick founder. Clay, are you still hearing crickets from the WNBA? And if so, why won't they do it? What's your theory on this?
The WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces have both refused to say anything at all about my $10 million challenge. Meanwhile, tons of high school boys teams all over the country have reached out and said, we want to play this game. And I think that kind of tells you everything you need to know, which is the high school boys state champion teams feel like they are going to beat the Las Vegas Aces. The WNBA and the Las Vegas Aces also feel the same way, and so they are just going to pretend this challenge has never occurred because they know what the actual outcome will be.
Meantime, I had to get your take on this. Common Sense did this last night, Clay, but it is well worth repeating again because it is just kind of blowing up online. You have the Lynx head coach, Cheryl Reeves, saying that men are taking too many WNBA coaching spots. Listen to her.
We had more women coaching college basketball before Title IX, after Title IX, when it became more important and more investment. That was code for.
And you got paid
more.
Man's
job. Got paid more. Became a man's job. And so to this day, we still don't have more women coaching in college basketball than we do men.
So the very same woman who says it's okay for biological men to play against women is now saying they cannot coach women in the WNBA. Thoughts?
Yeah, and this is why the whole challenge matters, because the whole situation is so patently absurd. The reason you have to sometimes follow the absurd logic is if men can identify as women and be eligible to play in the WNBA, as this coach argued, then why not just have an entire team, as I have suggested I would do? I'm naming them the Nashville Balls. I would like to have a WNBA franchise. It will be the most inclusive team any of us have ever seen. All trans players, that is all men identifying as women. We will never lose. It will be the greatest dynasty in the history of sports. Move over John Wooden and UCLA. Get out of the way Michael Jordan and the Chicago Bulls. The Nashville Balls, our slogan, by the way, is one love, two balls. And I think you have to go through the absurdity of this argument. And yes, she's hypocritical. She doesn't want her job to be impacted by men, but she's fine with the players being impacted. And so I think you have to follow down this ridiculous, absurd rabbit hole and see where it leads. The WNBA does not ban men who identify as women right now from playing in the league. Why not have an entire team of men who identify as women just to establish how ridiculous this entire argument is?
Very quickly, I want to get your take on this. WNBA being silent about the French transgender star basketball player, whether or not he can play in the NBA. The headline is WNBA silent on Outkick, by the way, on whether French transgender star dominating women's league would be eligible. Transgender basketball player Julie Tétart, biological male, plays for Monaco in League Feminine 2, France's second-tier women's basketball league. Averaged 21 points, 20 rebounds per game during the 25-26 season. Those numbers certainly sound WNBA worthy. Final thoughts, Clay.
We need him on the Nashville Balls. He would be an excellent Hall of Fame potentially, certainly all-star level player. Even though he's a man, he theoretically would be eligible in the WNBA. We need this to blow up to finally establish for these far left-wing morons that there is a biological difference between men and women. The only way sometimes to make these arguments work is to establish the absurdity of it. I'm trying to make it happen.
Yeah. Clay Travis, great to have you on the show. Thank you.
Thank you.